Frogware. That was the studio. Lovecraft. Ethnic, racial, and other minorities were frequently treated by society. I was fucking stuck last night. Yeah, I was super tired, probably. That's why. Take my ass to bed then. Starving now. What happens when you start eat every day for a couple days on my every other day diet, trying to get under 100? No, I'm kidding. Jesus Christ, I'm nowhere near that skinny. For being 6'4", I'm pretty skinny. Oh yeah, I fell off the fucking roof and almost killed myself. Actually? Medicine. Fuck. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not it.
never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
That was the opening note.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Oh, why?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
It's click. It's not E.
Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to meet.
Hopefully they give you the option to turn voices up.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. Visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat.
I don't know yet if I gotta pay attention to every little word.
There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Looking at words all day.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have
Masons.
for philosophy these
Am I
days?
right?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Goodbye.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh,
Senor
before you
Reed.
go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Okay.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Oh no, the water's not.
Hey, knock it off!
Oh, I tried to talk to you, dude. Guess he ain't having it.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like
Outside. Oh, well, I guess he is the guy that runs the
it's
town.
kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Zombies.
Complete malarkey.
Zombies.
I know my Albert. I raised him
I don't fucking
strong,
know anything at this point.
smart, the
Could be.
best of his kind. It couldn't have been him.
For all I know, they're gonna
Albert's
fall from the
disappearance
sky.
is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Who are you,
I'm
Innsmouthers?
not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention
It's
the
such a
crime rates have
rich,
skyrocketed. Simply
pompous fucking
speaking,
thing to say.
they're a big stinking pile of
Or at least
trouble.
that's what you always hear the pompous assholes say it.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has
Certain
blessed
royal
all our
family.
offspring with these
I wanna
exquisite
ask.
features.
I guess I will.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera?
Bruh?
What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat.
The fuck? Is there a big sign that says
Yes.
K's?
Face the house.
Dick?
To the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Fish-headed freaks. Their words, not mine. Oh, yeah.
It would
Don't
take
hit the cop.
tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Or can I? Nope. Alright, so.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Private Eye.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me...
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
How'd Paul die?
Don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already... gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself.
Run over some
Please.
food.
Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream. Yeah, I still hear those voices.
Choo choo.
Scrap. Hints towards some crafting. Dig it.
I can barely recognize
be
the
Paul.
face of the poor fella.
Hot
Was
damn.
beaten to a pulp. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
What was that? I guess blue's like my fucking sanity
Sounds like
or something?
Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Little wrinkly face, I mean...
surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulain,
Oh shit.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nugulain,
The ball? Can't fucking tell from his face, but one would only. What have we here? The flesh bake?
Take this, ape face.
Deep face? Oh,
Yeah, run!
but he shot his son. That's. Oh, maybe he only got wounded?
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
So it started one.
Happening?
It started there. Yo, what's up, Dark Knight?
Take this, ape face.
The two. Guess that's where he shot him. Three.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
My head. I still hear those voices.
Five cards short of a full house. 5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Okay. Take a take.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Fuck. What do I do with that? Oh, you got the inventory and bar together? Okay. Cool, cool. Was it actually pretty easy? Looking at the tutorial. I'm sure it ended up just being kind of straightforward.
Don't do anything stupid.
I've said
newcomer.
everything I know.
Keep your hands where I can see.
Bro. Guess I don't have everything.
take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, let's just
I can
fucking
barely
beat him more.
recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Are deductions? Combine clues to make deductions. Okay. Okay. That would start. Albert fled when made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Dangerous poses a threat to Lewis Flynn, fellow fisherman. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. And dander. Testimony, fisherman brought unconscious over here. Alright. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense. Boo-doo-doo. Supernatural, natural. Oh yeah. They fell over here.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Nobody fucking noticed?
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Strong boy.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. Don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double the interest. Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
Yeah, it couldn't have gotten fat. What the fuck kind of stair set is that? Goes to nothing. To nothing, I tell ya. So...
The door won't budge.
Excuse me? Holy shit. What? I should have bopped him. What was I thinking? Waste of bullets. Bullets are currency in this shit too. What's up, dude? Can I loot you?
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.
Oh, is that him?
This was deliberate.
Albert was moited. He was fucking moited. Albert, no. I don't know you, Albert. I don't know. You could have been. Buggy as hell. I looked at this one. Should have done that just before completing the quest. Gain extra experience. I hate to tell you, my main mans.
Mr. Throgmorton,
We won't. We'll
I've encountered something.
ease him into it.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. They sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
Ooh.
My condolences.
Yeah,
Mr.
we'll hit him up with that.
I'd hope for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Oh yeah.
Seems like he
We'll
was a
fuel the
fisherman
fire.
named Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Hold on. Food.